The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello guys, my name is DJ Ola 7 and welcome to the Chief Air Marshal on your number one podcast and your number one award-winning podcast show in the land. Of course, it is your favorite segment, On The Spot Special Edition. This is where we sit down and talk to people from all walks of life, sports stars, business people, politicians, and anything that's trending. And joining me today is the NAMA Operations and Communications Director, Rumbidzai Matinangato, and CEO National Arts Council of Zimbabwe, Mr. Napoleon Nyani. As you know, necessarily pakaitika kama NAMA zvinova zvakasimudzira vanhu mukutaura social media nevamwe vakapiwa maawards akasiyana-siyana. So nasati tichivadaidzei vauye muno mustudio timbonzwa the process and the criteria yavanoshandisa pakupa vanhu maawards, pakuvhoterwa kwevanhu nezvimwe zvakadaro. Mushure mekunge taona mashoko enyu musocial media, so regai timbonzwa kubva kwavari vese vari pano muzuva ranhasi. Regai zvakaita ndichikamidze ndoti Sisi Rumbi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Kutanga na Vanyani, first things first, congratulations pakuita a successful event yamakaita kunama. It was, I think it was well organized. According to Nimondana ndakaiteni zvakarongeka. But people were saying this time the turnout was a bit different from the previous NAMA awards that came before. Maybe tell us zvakafamba sei. Can you just tell us how NAMA promoted even the event? Kuti ita dzekuzonyatsozara sei zvatinombona mazuva ese. Were the tickets expensive or tikati agency yakura here inonetsa kuzara here? What happened?
Thank you. Mubvunzo unopindurwa nema event managers.
Yes.
But I can just give you the historical background, which also may expose an inaccuracy in your statement. This was our highest turnout for NAMA in the last 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Factually speaking. Last year, NAMA, we were in a different venue, and the turnout was around 2,500. The NAMA before that, we were in a different venue again, we were in Blawayo, and the turnout was around 2,000. And the previous NAMA, we were in HICC, yes. Our turnout was around 1.5. And this year, our turnout went above 3,000.
Wow.
We got to about 3,200. So the assertion that, yes, HICC amunakuzara. And you know what, funny enough, in previous years, ndakambopinda chando chaizvo why vanhu vasingauye kunama.
Yes.
Like mune maita effort chaicho yekunyatsomarketa.
Yes.
Then you'd wonder kuti imi tine ma-artists 7 kana 17 vanodiwa nevanhu.
Yes.
How come people won't come to watch those people for such a small fee?
Yeah.
Yekuti dai mamuri kuenda maconcert avo vese kamaibuda kana $200.
Exactly.
But how come people are not coming? I then realized what it was. And someone explained it to me and said, no, listen, NAMA is a lifestyle event. NAMA event in no place kwa pamsorosoro. Vanhu ndofana kutenga dress re$500.
Oh, yes.
And then ndofana kupfeka zitaxido re$700. And then ndofana kunge ndine boots nyowani, ndofana kunge ndine vhudzi nyowani, ndofana kunge ndine nzwara nyowani. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people vanhu, you know, zvikwanisiro zvinenge zvisinganyatsodai so.
Ka pressure kema expenses. Yeah.
So people prefer to watch it online and to, because of the level inenge yapitch kwa
Yeah, but even the numbers online were good. So like 5,000 people watching, 7,000 at some point. Yeah. Meaning to say people were watching.
No, right now it's gone above 500,000.
Wow.
In the last 3 days.
Ooh.
So it's one of those things. You know, people have got interest.
Yes.
They want to be part of it. But kuzongoti ndiuye ndozoonekwa nepicture ndichinzi ndakapfeka dress risiriro.
Yeah.
People are scared of that.
Because some people were like maybe I know you have to take zvakanaka. So when did you start telling people about it? Sisi Rumbi.
Okay, so we started advertising the numbers early December, and then we pushed more towards the end of December into January.
Okay.
And then much more effective marketing in January and, of course, February. what happens sometimes is we push on social media, we push on radio stations, and then once or twice ungone masponsor akangomirira mukona kuti timbonimirira kuti uzonditaurawo, and then but we did push. We made use of I remember we had adverts from Anasekuru Bitanes,
yes,
and then Abu Dhabi, who was also part of the show. He had the day he actually went to do an activation. I think per Jason Moyo, Mid Orange, 100 people came to buy.
Oh,
Ipapo achita live.
Wow. Vanhu
vakatenga ma-tickets. And then online, I think as Zimbabwe, hatisati culture yekunyasotenga online. Hatisati culture yekutenga ma-tickets before the actual event.
In advance.
But they were actually not bad, the online sales.
Okay.
But hatisati koka culture ikako. But akatanga ma-online tickets started selling end of November.
Oh.
Yes.
Pangopesa vanhu vanga
tichitotaura kuti endai kutikiti munotenga, endai kutikiti munotenga, tichitumira malink kuti endai munotenga. But I think at the end of the day,
but do you feel like you've done enough, or you did enough to sell the event?
As an event manager, you never feel like you've done enough. Once you start feeling like you've done enough, then wakutaka kujairira. And once wakutaka kujairira, you're not going to give your best. So no, we never feel like we've done enough. Chero ipo pacho pamuri kupembedza kuti apa vakagona iseshiti.
Yes.
So once we start feeling like we did enough marketing, we did enough, then tatojairira, and tikajairira we won't perform nicely.
Okay, that's fine. Now let's move on. What's the criteria yamunoshandisa zvakare to choose my announcers? Okay, and the next category yatakupai the best whatever. Why don't you announce not the MCs, but don't you announce
my award presenters?
My award presenters, yes. What's the criteria do you use? Because people were complaining about some of the award presenters. Some of them, they were like in shock. Some were even, you can see visibly shivering on stage.
If you look at our list of award presenters, they say vanotomboenda pa microphone.
Exactly.
Vamwe vari media, vamwe ma manager, ma artists, vamwe vari they in different artistic artistic spaces. However, veduwe, it's the National Arts and Merits Award. Sometimes, no matter how prepared you are,
yes,
munano zongo swika paya zongo muomera 2 minutes. The script was there. Script drivepo.
Yes.
Papa ne script yekuti vanokwanisa overenga.
I saw it, yeah.
Yes. Asi zvinozoitika ndezvokuti dzimwe nenguva tiri vanhu. It wasn't everybody that went through that.
Yeah,
and if you look at any event, even if you look at the summers, if you look at unotoona kuti pane 1 or 2 vakati vasvika paya but unomuziva kuti munhu anotaura uyu anotaka kuvhiringa chimbouye mone.
But makatoita ma-rehearsals nyana before.
Takatoita ma-rehearsals.
And they were delivering well.
And vakatumirwa ma-scripts avo.
Yeah.
Isi tunotumira atinoti ma-production advance.
Yes.
Tinotokutumira ne-script rako kuti zvindo zvauchaverenga izvi. Ndo zvauchaita vakauya vakaita ma-rehearsals. And before vaenda on stage, vatori nevanhu vanenge vachitova cheer on kuseri kuti handi wakuno zvinozviita zviya zvatakaverenga vasingakwanisi vamwe vanotokuti chindinyorera pasi vamwe vanga vainazvo although yanga iripo pateleprompter vamwe vanga vainazvo mumaoko. So what then happens is munhu unosvika paipa nezvinozoita crowd sometimes. Even the most professional people they fumble. It's like Ronaldo missing a penalty at World Cup events. Really, it's not that he's not good, but zvangoitika musiyo
vakasangana nazvo that day. And people get zvakatanga kuti vanhu vatanga kutaura kuti okay, look, ichi chaitika apa, why, and but at the same time the audience was not happy. And even the stage was just plain. And apana kuiswa effort gore rino, because they were now comparing with that Nama when Chipoko cha Sauro Nana Nyasha David performed, that was quality stuff then. Emagaroa but kubai papo zunzi makadzikisa gejo amchenyaso muchapagadzira sei pani papa
papi pakadzika gejo
vari kukombe pananya David pakapinda rimwezi zvaikuitika zvasiri
zvehollywood introduction introduction of the show.
Yes.
So what we did was what we did was incorporate all forms of art.
Okay.
So pakavhurwa nema-acrobats amenoti akaona izvaana uzviona here ma-acrobats akabuda kubva muvanhu achiuya so that we also give a voice to that space in the industry.
Maybe it wasn't that just a punch maybe
taida kuisa nekamoto but takazonzi last minute maakuzopisa vanhu saka because before you do such a huge event panouyawo ve-security and safety vakati masofarisa however and I think they did very well vema-acrobats and takakwanisawo kuti platform yenama is for everybody. It's not just for musicians, it's not just for actors, it's not just for spoken word artists, but also ava vema-acrobats.
Okay.
Saka takato tinoda kuzorova even further, but I think they did a fantastic job.
I see Nyamasha want to come in there.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And again, I want to comment using historical precedents. Tikadzokera kuma stage amuri kutaura kuti before mamune stage akadai then vamaita zvakadai. What I will comment semunhu ane makore wachiobserva nekuengage is the new event managers emphasized more on television. So they emphasized more on stage structure for a television production.
Okay.
Previously, there was a lot more focus on having a grand event for the audience.
For the audience.
Even though they did do my production Angare for TV, but the staging was for dazzling.
Varimo. Okay.
This team did staging for a TV production. That's why you'll notice that there were 3 sets on stage.
Oh yeah.
Kwangune set yangere ku right, set yangere pa center, set yangere ku left. Ku left ndo kwanguri kuitwa ma presentation ese.
Yes.
And then pa right pakati panga paine screen yangere kuratidza zvinhu zvacho. And then ku left ndo kwaizoira ma hosts and so that interplay is for TV. If you notice international awards shows, ndo zvavanoita vanogadzira ma-separate stage so that you don't have time yekuti ava kumbobva vachichinja mombomirira kuti vatange kubva pastage ava pavari kuchinja imwe stage inongobaka zvakutoitika uko vachita tear down. So that was the first thing that I noticed. The second thing is the props that were there on stage were more for functionality than for dazzling again.
Okay.
So I don't know if you noticed there was a screen that kept going up and down.
Yes, I noticed that.
So instead of using curtain, it was that curtain rombovara pombochinjwa zvino. They used a screen. So screen riri part of the performance and then rosumuka pobuda zvimwe zvinhu zvichiitika rodzika. So there's a lot of the elements in there were more for functionality of a TV show.
Oh yeah.
Rather than the dazzling of the crowd. Whether that's a good thing or not is another thing.
Yeah.
Maybe like she's saying, kuti maybe next year vanenge vakufunga kuti right toita sei kuti varimo murumu vafarewo. But otherwise, and I also comment on the lighting. One thing I noticed about, again, it's part of the setup. Their lighting was geared for TV. You'd notice kuti their lighting was scripted. Every time parikuitwa a presentation, the lighting was exactly the same.
Exactly.
Parikupresenta an award. Parikuenda munhu on stage. When they are walking on stage, pane lighting yachochinja.
I noticed that.
And then my performances had their own lighting mood as well. And you get what I'm saying? So again, zvino affect the positioning of things and kana muruda kuita style iyoyo, which is what happens on TV shows. If you watch sana idols and chichichi, pane maitiro anotwa ma lights ka. Yekuti unobva watoziva kuti takusvika patime the decision. You know what I mean? All those things are elements for TV. So my judgment is that vakanyanya kuemphasize ku TV
more.
Pamwe vakazoti kanganwe stunt.
I will add on to what Nyamasha was saying. We did invest heavily on a show caller. We brought in a show caller. We brought in Nico Abote, who was the video director. We brought in Remember remember who came in as the production manager. We really invested heavily on the TV production.
Yes.
Heavily on the TV
I think it's going to make sense because we know you want to live. I think they didn't complain much.
Right.
Because it's really for them. Wangavari mukati.
Ukaona ma clips on like those wide of stage clips.
Yes.
No, that thing looked beautiful.
Yeah, for screen I think that would make sense.
But wakagara imomo unoita
No, I think it's really jega. I hope my viewers they do understand as well where these guys are coming from. Kuti tinyasonzwisisa kuti apa neapa zvakaitirwei. Maybe in future as well the next one is going to be bigger than that. Says wako that okay pane vari kumba nevari mweme kuti tese tisipakwe. But let's talk about my judges. Pa judges enyu, which criteria do you use to choose my judges enyu, and also how do you manage conflict of interest? Ipapo muchendera zvenyu mbere, why is it also that you don't disclose your judges? And you know, it's for the public, so why not allow people to vazive who are the judges, who are the people behind this, and this is how they get to the final decision?
Thank you. Mabvunza mvunzo 4. Let me attempt to respond to all of them. So wekutanga, what is the criteria that we use to select our adjudicators? So NAMA has got 9 competitive categories. Of those 9 competitive categories, each category has got 3 judges.
Each category?
Each category. Of the 9 categories. Mu9 mune 3 or 4 awards each. But 3 vanu. So let me use one category as an example. Toti toenda ku film. Tikapinda film category mune 4 awards. Outstanding actor, outstanding actress, director, ne short film, ne full length film, so 5. And it toti 3 vanhu vachaselectwa to judge those 5. Tikaenda ku music kune 5 3 vachaselectwa to judge for music. And it of those 3 we look for number 1 a legend in that space. Munhu ane makore nemakore. And it vanenge vaine full knowledge and understanding and background and history and what. Tobva taita an academic, and it tichiri pa 1-3 hours. Taita an academic in that space, whether mu music, mu visual art, mu dance. We've got academics in all these art spaces. Chechitatu taita a practitioner who is currently in the space.
Okay.
Ndo anapinda panyaya yechitu conflict of interest. Those 3 kazhinji uyu wekupedzisira ndiani ngari very conflicted. Because atori mugame
racho.
And it so how we manage conflict of interest kazhinji tinoti if you are then coming to judge a specific space, so turi kudance uri kuya kuzojudge kudance, you declare your interests and it or declare kuti inini gore rino ndoda kusubmit. Uri kusubmita kupi maybe uri kuadjudicata kudance but artists are versatile. Pamwe ari kuadjudicata kudance but ada kusubmita ku visual art, kumatombo nekuma painting. Zvobva zvaonekwa kunzi conflict yake yakawanda sei. Anzi aiwa alright iwewe chingoziva kuti you recuse yourself whenever we are discussing this category. And it unobva wabuda muroom. But if conflict yako iri muspace mauri kuadjudicate, kuti uri wedance and then uda kuadjudicata dance but iwe uruda kutosubmitawo kuti dance mom unobva wanzi iwewe chizviita se you have to step aside. Tototsvaga umwe adjudicate. That's number 1. Number 2, pane conflict ye hushamwari. And it iyo again the onus is on the person to declare kuti apa pane dance group rina madam wangu or rine hama yangu or chichichi, I recuse myself. And it what we then do is tinema terms of reference avanosigna itori contract. And it when you're adjudicating tikazobata some of these conflicts usinaonge what's declare. Tikazobata some of these conflicts, you can then be disqualified or you can be censured. And it so we, because we're selecting 3 for every category of 9 categories, tinenge tine total of 27 adjudicators. Tobva tazoita umwe 1 who is the chair of the adjudication panel, who is a board member of the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe board. Ndiye ano chair panel yo. Inini na one director from the Arts Council tistega tinobvumidzwa kuattenda sometimes at the pleasure of the chair to be secretariat. Because everyone in there is not allowed to write notes, not allowed to record, not allowed to say anything outside of the room. So it's tine notes man, tine secretarial work.
Yes.
And most of the times, even in nini wacho handipindemo, munopinda munarata secretary. And kana wanga usimo meeting, you're not allowed to be told zvaitikaimo. Yeah. I just trust that director wekubasa kwedu vaenda varekodha zvaitwa imomo ndizvozvo. Right. And then tachidaro tochipinda how people are then chosen. So 3 now until tinovhara ma submissions 30 November. From 1 December to about 7, 8, 9 December. Tinenge tichisota zvinhu zvinenge zvauya.
Yes.
I mean, we had over 2,300 submissions this time. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
Kuti film alone we had over 600 submissions. So now you have to sort every film. Kuti submitter for short film, submitter for long format, submitter for outstanding actress.
That's a lot of work.
Zvaiswa files and then zvaitwa by 3. And each of the 3 has to go and watch the exact same things. Vochizouya. So vanoenda muna December mese anenge achijaja vachiona nemabhuku. They had to read over 300 books each. Wenda munoverenga mabhuku ese modzoka muchitaura kuti right isusu taona zvakadai. So in our first meeting in December tinenge tichipanana maworks and nekuta go through the terms of reference, nekuudzana nyaya conflict of interest, nyaya secrecy, nyaya integrity, etc.
Yes.
Paunozodzoka muna January tobva tachizoita meeting yava kupresenta kuti isusu top 10 kana kuti top 5 yedu yevanhu vataona nde vanopresenta to the council of 28 vokwizwa necouncil iyoyo. Whole team inobva yakwiza vanhu 3 ava kuti saka imimi muri kuti nhingi nanhingi ko nhingi makambomuona potaura kunzi but uyu nhingi anokuti wana uyu but muri kuti ashandisa chii aiwa ndiri kuona paquality nepaoriginality nepachichichi awetoba. Saka panoitika mameeting iwayo anorova from 8 am kusvika kana usiku
zvichitsva
vanhu vachikweshana kuti saka mimi mutaura kuti uyu ari kuita zvematombo but muri kumukompea sei neuyu ari kuita zveepoxy muart make. Aiwa ngatidai tiri kuona sekudai uyu pioneering chinchi. Moitwa madiscussions vanhu vochinzirai tichidzokera pamuchauya kulast meeting mauchitipa yo top 3 manominees amaselecta kuti isusu ndo vanominees atiri kuona. Vodzoka imomo poitwa debate zvakare kusvika pazosara 3. Mukaona pazosara vanhu vanzi ndo 3 ava zivai kuti vaselectwa nemapractitioners nemaacademics nemalegends. Vakabva vanzi ava 3 ava. And it's not 3 practitioners that I mean 3 adjudicators that have selected them. It's an agreement and a consensus of the 28. Saka ukazoona iwewe zita rako risipo usafunga kuti pane munhu 1 akakumaka abvisa zita. No, there is a consensus of 28 people who are qualified. And who are certified to do this work.
But mataura nyama especially pemabhuku apo. To go and read over 300 books, it's a lot of work.
It is.
Azvisvitseri vanhu vapoinda ngoti this one is a munhu atajera, is a reputable writer. Akatingoshande pakuta nhungo dzekuzonyatso ruverenga because 300 books is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. What I like are the checks and balances that are then put in place. Kuti tiningirigine because panoita sometimes there is a random spread. Yekuti zvinhu zvamuri kuadjudicata imimi munogona kuzozvibvunzwa neumwe adjudicator makavarayiro achitoziva zvinhu zvakasubmitwa kwenyu. So it's to try and zviya zvemasport check zviya zvinobetwa mumwe mabasa because there's very little we can do to ensure that munhu averenga zvishuwa. Because even mwana wako akabva kuchikoro akati ndikuita homework just because akavhura book
azotata homework. That's very true.
So you can't really police zvikuitika mupfungwa dzemunhu but we put to my checks and balances to try and make it fair.
I think pakajika pamutsanga. Then let's talk about the issue of people's choice. Vanhu vari kuti zvinovhotwa sei, handi vanhu vari kuti ndivanonga vachivhota, but people are complaining kuti mavotes acho after tavhota hamusi kuzotiratidza kuti okay tazovhotera Ja Praiser, Winky D, Comic Elder, Reeds na Prince Chigwida. Those vakadaro tavavhotera uyu ndiye awana mavotes akawanda, azosiwa nanhingini akati why is it not that transparent? Yet normally when you do even my previous NAMA awards, you'd say keep on voting it for 7 o'clock. People would go and start voting my SMS neji. But people are asking for transparency. Yes, nice vote yangu. Why most people ballot paper? Do you know to buy one? That's what the people are saying. What's your response to that?
That's a very fair demand. I would agree with that.
Yeah,
and I think that's something we can work on. Remember kuti NAMA chinhu chiri kuevolve every year, and evolution yataita this year yatanga tiri kuti apa tajamba to a next level.
Yes,
is we engaged auditors, and my auditors kungoti on the day the audit report was ngati chiko my auditors akazotudza last minute.
Yes,
kuti as auditors we don't speak in front of people.
Oh yeah,
tinongopa audit report yedu ku board
chet,
and board ndo rinozodecide zvekuita nayo. Isitaitoda kuti vaende pamberi pepaika vanotaura zvavakaona, because vaiatenda all the adjudication meetings. Vakaona from the beginning kuti this is the process yenama. Vakaijaja ivo vakaitawo mapurisa ekuona kuti muri kuita zvinhu straight.
Yes,
you get what I'm saying? So we wanted them to actually present a report on the night. Tanga tisingazive kuti kune vane mitemo yavo, because it's the first time. This is the first time NAMA has ever been audited.
Yeah.
So tanga tisingazive kuti kune imwe mitemo yokuti there are certain spaces where they can't, go and so pane tumwe tumaprocess twatsina kupedza nawo. But otherwise in terms of transparency, isusu takanyanya kumhanyira kuti ma-auditors ngauye aone kuti sure. But I hear your issue in terms of disclosure. Yema-numbers. Kuti ningi uyuyu awana 10,000 votes, awana 6,000.
From what you've gathered and how people voted, can you tell us who was number 2, who was number 3, who was number 4, who was number 5? Especially on the People's Choice Award. People want that. Want that.
It would be important kuti tiburitse ma-numbers acho zvahari.
Yeah.
And I would hope that vanga vari kurana the platform vachinawo, because zvinhu zvatandsinawo kumbira kuti chibvai matipa screenshot yacho kana kuti chibvai mutiningirina kuti so report inenge iripo, but zvinenge zvakanaka kuti muwane the original from the actual, because mukazongoona chinhu chakanyorwa futi paword so it would be important kuti titore ichocho exactly as it is. And I don't want to preempt and start talking about number 2, number 3. Tisina kutarisa the actual back end report inoitwa the online system yaishandiswa. People were voting on gateway stream. So inenge an online report yainoita at the back end. So that's what I'm saying. It would be good for us to present it that way, rather than ndikudzeni musoro kuti I think pa number 3 pamba kazhinji vanongonotora number 1 votongotudza kuti uyu number 1 obva gadzira report yavo.
Maybe for the future kuti vanhu vanyatsonzwisa and paine issue yetransparency as well. It will help kuti even kuziva kuti iye not only for the people or the viewers or the audience, but also for the person angari nominated angachinzi uri papapa andakuzoti okay ndazorohwa newangani ndakasvika papa how close, because risa toti haina ndiri pa number 2 pakadai wingagatsipa ndadairo chigwinawo ndaivhotesa vanhu komika achiti aiwa musikundiziya ndandine vanhu vangu saka zvinhu izvozvo zvoda kuti zvinyatsojeka. Then a lifetime achievement award makadzokorodza again, tikangoti chi wakaona kechi2, why is it like that? And also it looks like munongotasa like music nekuma drama ko manga ma-departments or manga ma-ndikina, I mean munati machi not departments,
genre,
categories, yes, like culture, kuna nata zvakasiyana siyana who are doing very well in those areas. What are you going to do about this observation?
Akawana lifetime achievement kechi2 ndiani?
People like maybe kudzokorodza especially ku drama and music.
Lifetime achievement is about impact of your work. It's not about kupanana machance.
Yeah.
Ngati pabati iba.
Okay, haine any chances.
Tikaona over 5 years the impact tavatati tapa Andy Brown tavapapo tavatapa Chioniso tavapapo tavatapa Tuku. It's because ndovaonekwa in that period.
Yes.
Kuti avanga vaningirikini. And in previous years we've awarded anabenura, vema sculpture, we've awarded in different areas.
Yeah.
And so if Vachigorimbo has taken the Lifetime Achievement Award, daitanga tukuita argument yekuti he doesn't deserve it. And daitanga tukuita argument yekuti aiwa nyaya yekuti akatanga kuita film ma 70s and then aka-acta ma big films ese akaitwa in the 80s kubva kunana King Solomon's Mines kunana achiita nana Sharon Stone nana all the daitanga tukuti izvozvo is not enough. It's not ana Studio 263 and he's still active now 40 years in the industry. in the film industry. That's what we should debate. Kuti no, this is not enough. He doesn't deserve to be a lifetime achiever. Not kuti ipaiwo vamwe machance.
So what are you going to do, Nyamazisa? What are you going to do differently? Next time to get more people and make sure that Nama icharamba ichienda pamsoro ichi evolve at time as well.
It would then be remiss of us to think kuti we've got the power or the authority yekusimudzira Nama. Nama isi yedu.
Okay.
Nama ndiye ma-artists. It never reads. We are just but caretakers and custodians of chinchavo.
Okay.
Tinotoita se trukutonesa chinchavo.
Yes.
I often see artists posting and complaining and saying zvakazodai. Ndechenyu.
Yeah.
Because Nama does not benefit a person who's not an artist. When someone gets a Nama, and ndikutaura nemunhu akawina Nama, I am sure Ola you understand the power of a Nama.
That's very true.
That power.
Two-time, by the way. This one, that one. Two-time winner.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
This power does not accrue to munhu ari kusenza kwa-Arts Council or ku-Scarlet or ku-Events Evolution. Vanhu ivavo vashandi vari kufondoka vapedza ipapo haana kurara for a good month. Vanhu vaitamba pastage vaita ma-rehearsals kurura kubva kutanga kwaJanuary. And all these things that we're doing are to make a good platform yekuti iwewe ukazobuda kunze kwenyika ukati I've got a Nama vachakuti chii ichocho iwe ubvoenda pa-online obva kuti hona ichi vanobva kuti
it's big.
Wakawina pa stage pa level in. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's all we're trying to do. So whether it becomes bigger or smaller or more, it's up to the artists because ndiye acha benefit
from
that cloud. Not vashandi.
I get you. Sister Rumbi, can you just give us an overview of how Nama plans and runs its events from start to finish? Just an overview.
Manzwa CEO vachitaura kuti havararwe. I've had the privilege of working on the biggest productions in Zimbabwe. In terms of events. Haibo, Nama. What I will say is first and foremost, we come up with the concept. Then we come up with the theme. And this year's theme was Fearless Creativity.
Yes.
And we go to National Arts Council of Zimbabwe. Anoyo varidzi venama. Isusu tingori ma event managers. Tinongori tora zvate vision yate tapuwa. Tonzi tai make sure kuti on the day zvinhu zvakarongeka for artists and zvakarongeka for nominees and we have a wonderful production for people to see. In this case Mative TV ndo
exactly
tabva kupuwa theme tabva kuapprovirwa theme tinotoita ma back and forth akawanda sometimes tine chitosvika kuenda pana CEO zvandakaita izvi nokuti unenge uchiti ndashanda vobva wadayo with this team of course and then tapedza kuita theme we go back as a team tovata align ama artists that are going to work in terms of how to bring out the theme on stage. So we aligned the artists. We brought in a producer. The executive producers were myself and Blessing Bero.
Okay.
From Events Evolution.
Yes.
And then we brought in Chiweda as the music director. As you could hear, the music was fantastic.
Yeah, it was on point.
The band was fantastic. And then I could not wait to say this. We took a chance on Domo. Don't pay shit.
Oh, yes.
I remember in our meetings, some of the management from the event managers were like,
Exactly.
let's give a woman a chance.
Let's try.
You know, over the years, there have been wonderful productions, especially on the Nama stage. And she has always been involved, but she has never been in the front.
Yeah.
And then I said, let's give her we agreed, let's give her the platform. And she did exceptionally well.
Wow.
It took 6 weeks of rehearsals every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Ooh.
Every single day. She did not miss, including Chiweda. They did not miss their rehearsals.
Yes.
They did not miss sound check. And in return, they carried the vision. And what you saw on that platform, on that stage, was sheer hard work.
Wow. That's
Hard
very
work.
true. That's very true.
I'm just mentioning those two, but of course, Blessing had a whole team, as I mentioned earlier, of show callers, of a show caller, a video director. We had floor managers. But in terms of the planning, kana tapedza kudaro tinodana vanhu tadana vanhu tobvunza kuti are you able to come and perform tisinotaura Chiweda naNdomu and us as the event managers tochibika tapedza uchibika tonobvunza vatoda kuti vaimbe. As you could see on the first set, panga pane gospel, gospel papa ne vanhu vakasiyana.
Yes.
Papa na baba amai Cherai, panga pana vabati va Jehovah, papa na Cleo Ari, vakatosiyana, papa ne new school, old school, ne vamne muchiti vari kupisa izvi.
Exactly, that's true.
Kana vabvuma vochishandwa navo votumirwa mascripts from Blawayo. We also had artists from Blawayo who came through.
Yeah.
We had choreographers from Blawayo. We didn't just have choreographers from Harare. We had choreographers from Blawayo. As far as the artists are concerned, we're very out of Harare. Like Anababa Shupi, the team would travel. Kwavar. Vonova record ikoko so that avawi ku Harare vonetsekana kana toti ane rimwe basa raari kuita kana vapedza kutravel vapedza kuita zvese zvavari kuita. We put the production together, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. There are over 20 to 30 employees outside of the producers, outside of the producers, outside of the music director. Tabva ipapo tochienda ku National Arts Council zve tochiti izvi ndo zvatichange tichinge takaita kubva kugate kusvika mukati. Red carpet panenge pakadai, and in this case this year Tangatina red carpet producer who was Tafadzi Wazimoyo.
Yes.
Takabva taseparata red carpet yeku general kuti vafilo kuti vauya kumanama.
Yes, that's true.
Voitawo red carpet yavo zvisina kusiyana. Vanga vane backdrop banner rakangofanana asi kuti kuite control. Nokuti ukamixa sometimes general nana ola.
Yes.
Munhu ari kuda kumhanya unodhonza ola kuti amumhoreso kuti ola ignore isusu nguva yakufamba. So takaita make sure we both the VIP guests and the general public experience the best of Nama.
Yeah.
But izvozvo hatingoiti tinotoenda tonoaprovirwa kuti kuti mukafamba apa mukashamba ndo zvamuroda kuita havatiudzire vanotirega. They gave us creative control of what we could do, but as the custodians of Nama and as the owners of Nama, they then direct us and tell us kuti izvi zvinoshanda izvi hazvishandi.
Okay, I get that. So how does Namas decide who attends? You know, because I'm sure you've been following on social media. That's what's been trending, and it's a very topical issue. I've seen a lot of people, you know, from the political divide, also social divide. Wachipa maonera out, why magasiya zvakadaro? You know, I don't know.
Okay.
But what's your take on that?
All right. As Nama event managers, tiri vashandi veNational Arts Council of Zimbabwe in that regard.
Yeah.
Zvakadaro isusu tunoenderana nemurayiro weZimbabwe. We do not condone homosexuality. However, this is a public event. Hatina simba rekungonobvisa munhu kuti usauye pano based on their dressing.
Yeah.
Hatina zvatamuona achita just because akapfeka so, because that's pari kunyanya kubva noise.
Ndo
pari kunyanya kubva noise utanga apfeka so akatasa hatina simba iroro. However, let me hand over to the CEO kana vana varoda kutsanidzira.
Thank you. Indeed, it's iri sensitive. Yeah. Especially because of our moral standing as a country.
Yeah.
Pane moral stance that the country has. Yekuti izvi takazviramba izvi. Right. While we are there, the challenge is in labeling kuti uyu akamira so and uyu akamira so. And what are we using to label? We are using, in this case, we are using the dressing.
The dressing.
And it. Trukuti dressing no man.
Exactly.
And it.
Yeah.
Because it is synonymous with vanhu ane lifestyle yakadaro. Whatever it is that we then do in putting controls dzekuti because control yedu to control a dressing here or to control a lifestyle. And what powers do we have in this situation?
Okay.
And it munhu akafamba akadaro muroad, what power resides in any of our structures to deal with munhu in that sense? The truth is hakwanisi kusungwa, because I mean a lot of it has been ngavasungwe nama musi kusunga vanhu nama ina kana njema dzekusungisa
vanhu
hatina.
And you can say no, don't get in.
You get what I'm saying? And then tuvatati kwangu sina mapurisa ere kunama vanga variko. Tuvatachizoenda pamutemo. What empowers a police officer kusunga munhu based on dressing yaasina kufarira as the officer? Mona. So we no. It's a serious issue because we do have a challenge. Because indeed, certain dressing shows inclination to a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true.
And it, even though mazwano my lines are being quite blurred.
They're
becoming quite blurred.
You can't tell.
Heels.
Exactly.
But guys, such as especially in a generation it's quite tricky. You know, my trousers, my blouse, my makeup.
Makeup as well. Yes.
But pano zvino zviri extreme.
Yeah.
Zvatinotoona kuti boy it up, right? But tadaro inini I will make an appeal. Because like I told you, nama ndeye varidzi, ndeye ma-artists.
Yeah.
Isusu taka entrustwa with the custodianship yekunzi tiitirei ichi njedu.
Yeah.
Ndichakumbirawo, and not zvepa-social media.
Yes.
Songa vanhu ngatitaure tiri informed.
Yeah.
Totobatsirwawo. How do we deal with that kind? Because at this point what we are judging is the dressing. Hatizive munhu paakamira. And it can't really dressing you hatisi kuda kuiona kunama. Todhila nazvo sei? Because you also can't prescribe kuti munhu, you can only give a guideline.
Yeah.
Dress code. You can't say munhu ndati usadresse like this.
Yeah.
Because tutori nawo
vakauya vachishanda netheme vachiti fearless ndo ingonzi ndo yakashanda ipapo fearless. Vacho vari kunzwa kanga kuda kungoenda ikoko paitobvunzwawo kuti what inspired your dressing, vaingotaurawo theme the fearless and what ndo paingopindawo napo
zviriko. Because it's true kuti vanhu as an artist, don't be afraid, let's push the Nigerian, let's get our art out there, let's, you know, as Zimbabweans we're a bit timid with our art. No atikakundwe namapiano, atikakundwe nechichi, atikakundwe nenollywood. Let's push our art out there. Umwe anozviinterpretawo in a different way.
Yeah, that's very true.
Ndatodzwa kunzi usakwate saka
ndakutoenda
ndisina kusimira.
As we conclude, I've got just 2 questions to go. And the other challenges that you faced in organizing Manama.
Yeah. First challenge, which is a challenge to anybody who's organizing an event, is the budget.
Okay.
First of all, cheers to the executive directors of both Scarlet Studios and Events Evolutions, which is Mr. Reginald Matinanga and Dr. Talent Banda. They came through with a budget that was also healthy, but still didn't meet what was expected of us.
Yeah.
However, we got sponsorship and we got support, but it is for the quality of event that we would like to have. I appeal to all the sponsors. Am I allowed to thank the sponsors?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to thank the sponsors that did come through, which is ZB Bank, CIMAS, ZLG gave us water last year workshop all the way for free.
Wow.
All the way
Wow. Yes.
And I would also like to thank RHI Media. They also came through and helped us. There was iHelp. There were a lot of sponsors that came through. Style by Mini. There was the gaming board. They came through National Arts.
Lotteries and gaming board.
Lotteries and gaming board of Zimbabwe. There was Vast Contractors. There were a lot of Dariro Mode as well that came through. Our title sponsor was ZB Bank, and I appeal to the sponsors. And I appeal to the corporate world. Kuti munoza ndechedu chinu ichi. Pachinoita live on chiri kuonekwa all over Zimbabwe. It's if your brand is there, brand rako rinosumuka, but most importantly, it's important to support the arts. It's important to support the artists because tinova bada. And I'm glad to say hapana artists izvozvi anoti anaobhadharwa. After the show we paid every single artist.
Wow.
But it's a hefty bill.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we thank God kuti National Arts Council of Zimbabwe also comes through and they takes care of the nominees. But we also take care of maybe over 100 artists for maybe 4 or 5 days consecutively. And then prior to this, ita marehearsal 6 weeks straight, vanoda ma costumes, vanoda chikafu, vanoda transport. And sometimes vakanonoka transport yava isisiri yema $3, $2 yato indra because urikuvabatsira. However, that's challenge number 1. Kuti budget daita sununguka se Zimbabwe, take ownership corporate world. Tite make sure titasimudzira manama, tasimudzira ma artists. Tiri kuchema kuti varikuita vamwe vari kuti vakapedza voita drug abuse, voita ndoma platforms acho. Imagine we employed 6 choreographers. Ndoma platform avanoemployiwawo, ndoma platforms that they shine, and this is the national platform that they get rewarded by getting that gongra. Saka, that's challenge number 1, the budget. Challenge number 2, tinotenda. I really love the venue that we use, HICC. They're good. I love the venue, the sitting, I love the structure there. But we need other venues like that. Because vanozosvika pakuwandirwa. So time yekuti tichiita the rehearsals, even set up that entire stage. At some point takapezera takumbira kuita kuseri tongoita mbijana muswemande toita mbijana muswe Tuesday, not because havasi kuda but because everyone is using the same venue. Saka, and also pane convenience yekuti ndo pane hotera. Saka manominees akadzika, but tiri kudawo kuti ava nemukana tipei mamwe mavenue
as well.
Tipei mavenue ane sitting yakawanda kunge HICC, which is about 4.5 ndikataura ndisingawedzere tumamwe tumasitting about 4,500 sitting. Mavenue akadaro, mavenue ane mafoya akanaka kudaro, mavenue ane pekuitira red carpet pakanaka. We need mavenue akadaro.
Like a celebration center, I think.
Yes. And then in terms of artists, one of the challenges that we faced was lack of commitment but you have vana kuzoperform vamwacho wekuti munhu unocommita kuti I'm interested in doing this. I commit out, I'm interested in doing it. 3 weeks before the event ndazofunga ndazodanwa kwakati ndazoda kudai handisisipo. We need to take National Arts and Merit Awards seriously. These are our awards as artists. These are our awards as Zimbabwe. Saka ukadainzwa ku national platform kutobhadharwa kwakanaka because soda usimudzirana but chiro kumamwe ma awards avabhadhari because platform iyo yakakura
kuti unge uri ipapo kukupa mileage yakakurisa.
It's such an honor, so take the invitation.
And I wanted to say thank you as well to I mean for bringing back Dino Mdondo, the last of Baba Shupi, you know, and also Plaxitis Wenyika. I was like, what? Wow, she performed like Adele, you know.
they worked hard. That
well
vakashanda inini pane vaimba hip hop ndaisha kuti kochichi but pandakazopinda mazviri ngati zviri kunakidza. So I would like to thank the artists that came through and worked hard. No amount of money can ever pay the quality of work that they did on that stage.
Last question. Many people have been complaining about Comic Elder. Award. And also Hansi mungaise reads pane category yana wingi D mnenge magari roots ama elder, something like that.
Aiwa ndikuda kupa kuna CEO. I think there is also, I just need to throw this in there. There's a difference between the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe and the event managers. The event managers, we are there for the aesthetics. We are there to make sure the show looks good, and we are also there to take care of the CEO.
May you just explain to us, you know, the process from submission to how you do it? I mean, pakuchoose the winner to Dirano Zopo Award. That's my last question.
All right. Ndotangira pamatangira pekuti ningakanyimwa sei.
Wanaranzo ni maganyima comic. But akababda singana one. In H Metro headline yakadori yakazi dajinira kuti comic left nama empty-handed.
Ziriko. I don't want to comment too much into the adjudication. I think they explained.
You did.
Kuno garwa dari no garwa 2 months. And it kana vedari vavo va decide kuti izvi ndozvataona izvi, uyu ndiye ari kudeserve, uyu ari nominee, uyu nominee, vari 3 ndo the best in Zimbabwe pane zvataona. But pau 3 wavo uyu ndiye wataona kuti ndiye pane basa rataona rese ndiye ari outstanding. Saka chinzi outstanding social media skits or outstanding music chichi or outstanding ndiye wataona pau 3 wavo ndiye wataona ari outstanding, and the adjudicator's decision is final. Ndatopedza ipapo. Because kana tikanyimwa vangani vanoita maskitso vanoita social media content vasina kukwanisa kuwana mukana whether wekunominatwa kana kuti wekuwina vakawanda, and zviriko pano nominatwa vanhu vachinzi vari 3. Never think there's an obvious winner. Because vese vari 3 vatonzi mune chance
yekupinda.
They all have an equal chance. Hapana obvious.
Then the Ritz issue.
With the Ritz, the People's Choice Award is the only award that is based on popular opinion. It's got nothing to do with the adjudicators, with the Arts Council staff or anything. Nama ino to walk it out. Yeah. I'll be very honest with you. Many of the people at the Arts Council, even my adjudicators, were shocked. I'll tell you the truth. Even in Nyani, I'd only seen one video.
Exactly.
I think I'm getting kumbira mota or something. That's the only. And I had no clue. Content ndakazotanga kuzozviona after ndatona nomini acha ndakazotanga kutonosecha kuti anoita nezvei kuzoona 1 or 2 things nechichichi. So mid-January, beginning of January, we put out an advert that said, nominate whoever you want. People's Choice Award is open. Whether to any artists. Whether akaita weki gorero rere, ane album raita here, ane film, even ane 10 years. Asina basa raruita.
You can nominate.
Aine something chanoita. Chino qualifier as art. and it, be it music, sculptures, dance, content creation, just skits, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Tikadzamara chatongo mumazhandras eart atinorecognize ato qualified.
Okay.
So the public nominates
anyone
okay. that they want.
Pakunominate
ipapo ndo patinozongotora top 5
chet
atitombobvunza kuti anoita nezvei ngatibalance sei.
So pamaweeks anosubmitwa nyamashisha munongoshanda neasubmitwa here. Let's say kune mamwe outstanding songs or whatever artist anenge achipisa muno aconsider here kunama asi asina kunge akapinda pa submissions. I'm not going to submissions. For example, why am I asking this? Because ndakaona Killer T akaposta chiti at one point nama yakandi nominate kana ndanyura ndisina submit my works. Pakamira seipa boss zvinoita kuti statement rake even comment yake inoita kuti credibility yacho kunama iteka kuno shake mpichana panofamba sei.
Right. Ndoti ndipatsanangure and dai zvaikwanisika dai chakwanisa kuenda kuma artists ese nditsanangura zvandoda kutsanangura izvo vanobva wanzwisisa kawanda. Nama is submission based.
Okay.
However, there are two ways that your work can be submitted. Way number one is you submit your work wega mbune dungamun.
Okay.
Onosubmitira. Point number two, it's submitted by monitors.
Okay.
There are industry monitors that we have in all 10 provinces.
Okay.
Why do we have that dual submission? Number one, each of them has got a weakness. Weakness ye individual submission they kuti kune vamwe vanhu vanogona kusatomboiona message yoyo kuti kwakuti kwama submission.
Yes.
And whether they're in remote areas or they're in places where shoko rinogona kusasvika.
Yes, true.
Because of maybe a lack of connectivity, a lack of. That's why we've got provincial monitors. Vekuti anototi mugore rino tina ningi.
Yes.
And so that's why ye individual, it's the most basic and the best way. But we augment it with industry monitors that can submit on your behalf.
Okay.
Kanava not basarako outstanding. That's number one. Number two, to end up industry monitors. The reason why we don't use industry monitors only, because I remember last year there was a question of, someone was at an interview again and artist akavunza kwe wewe unosubmit zvanzaiwa muda ndisubmit amuzozvona ndrugona and which is asking for monitors to submit on his behalf. And which is okay, but ukasaonekwa na monitor then what? You should have the opportunity as an individual to say panogona pasina nduona but inini I believe I deserve.
Yes.
Therefore I shall submit. Consider you. And so that's how we've got that dual submission. And then zvasubmitwa nema monitors and ma individuals zvobatanidzwa zvonoadjudicatwa zvakadaro. So yes, there is a possibility that you may be nominated usina kusubmita. It is possible. Because pane vanenge vakuona vati uyu anodeserva vosubmita their report ine zita rako totokuisa muningirikini otozona wanominate otozona
wawina futi. Okay, thank you so much for that. That was Nyamasisa vanhu vazvakare National Arts Council of Zimbabwe CEO pamwe chete kana Rumbidzai director Rumbidzai Matinanga vanga vari pano zvava vachitsanangurira ndovanga vari ma-events managers avo kuti zvakafamba sei. I hope you guys mibvunzo yenyu yese manga munayo yadairika. Next time gara maisa ma-submissions enyu kana kuti make sure ma-monitors akusubmitirawo usazoti ndajambwa. I think tine zvinhu zvakawanda zvatinotaura muma-streets without full knowledge. Here zvinoitika ku-background because tisina dashboard, but now tane understanding from what these guys have been saying here on your number one podcast, your award-winning podcast.
You had to
not just your number one, but your award-winning podcast. And by the way, thank you so much, guys, for recognizing us, with this award, outstanding podcast, guys. Why am I so happy? Because it's a first time category kuiswa pa Manama. It was the first time winners. And we hope to be the second time, third time, fourth time, maybe 10 times winners. Atisina not misa. Because
ndizvozvo kana mukaramba muchigona munoramba muchiwina haisina yekupanana machana.
Yes.
Outstanding
work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our viewers. That's all from us today. Thank you. My name is DJ Ola 7 Owen. We're Kwamadondo signing out.